هذا رمضان شهر صفاء الروح فيه الإحسان والأنوار تدور هذا رمضان.
Now we'll start with section number 4 of this chapter, that is chapter of purification. Section number 4, titled Invalidators of Wudu. Bismillah. The author rahimahullah said the invalidators of wudu are 4. What are these things that if they happen, your wudu is invalid? Let's see. Number 1, the exiting of anything from the front or the back private part, whether customary like urine or not, like stones. So among the invalidators of wudu is the emission of anything from the eliminatory outlets, whether it is something which is usually emitted like urine or not, except for the mani. Except for the mani, which we are going now to mention. So the author said, except for the ejaculated fluid mani, for it does not invalidate the wudu, although it makes the purificatory full body wash ghusl obligatory. So as you mentioned, anything that exits from the front or back private part, whether customary like urine or something that is not customary like stones or like blood, this invalidates the wudu. This invalidates the wudu. Then he said, except for the mani. The mani does not make the wudu invalid. However, it makes the ghusl, the full body wash, obligatory. So you need to have a full body wash before you can pray. Number 2, the absence of the mind by sleep or the like, such as drunkenness, except for the sleep of the one sitting with his buttocks firmly established. So losing consciousness, even for a short period, whether by becoming crazy or sleeping or getting drunk or any similar reason, except, we have one exception, except if one sleeps while his buttocks are seated firmly in a way that he knows gas wouldn't come out, and he sleeps and wakes up in the same position. In this case, his wudu is not invalidated, right? He still have wudu on him. That is number 2. Number 3, the meeting of skin of a marriageable male and female. That is, the skin touching the skin. If they both reached a state at which they are desired by people of normal taste, and the touch was without barrier. I'm going to read all the point and then explain it. Therefore, it is not invalidated by touching the skin of a little boy or little girl that have not reached a state of normal desirability. And neither is it invalidated by touching a non-marriageable person, mahram, nor touching over a barrier like gloves. So touching the skin of a marriageable woman without a barrier, we're speaking about skin to skin, without a barrier, while both of them attained an age which they are normally desired, whether the touching is with or without desire, and whether the touching is intentionally or unintentionally, this invalidates the wudu. The touching of the skin to the skin, right, without a barrier, and both of them, both the one who touches and the one who was touched, both of them, they have attained an age where they are desired by people of normal taste. In this case, the wudu is invalidated. Let's continue. Then he said, the last one, touching the front private part of a human being, that is the penis of the man and the vagina of the woman, or touching the anus of the human being, that is the exit of feces, with the inner palm, not its back, nor the edge of the hand, or what is between the fingers, if that was without a barrier. So, touching the front private part of a human being, this invalidates the wudu. What is the front private part? He mentioned that is the penis of the man and the vagina of the woman. Or touching the anus of the human being, that is the exit of feces. This also invalidates the wudu. With what? touching it with what? With the inner palm. How do we know the inner palm? We place both palms against each other, and we separate between the fingers, right? And then we put some pressure, right? Everything that we do not see is considered from the inner palm, except for these two places, right? This place and this place is also considered from the inner part. So this is how we know the inner part of our hands, or the inner palm.
هذا رمضان شهر صفاء الروح فيه الإحسان